your all-time favorite fashion tutor. So today you're welcome to another series of our online free tutorial. So in this tutorial we are going to be learning how to take appropriate body measurements for making of an inbuilt corset. You all know the trends now. You know the trend. You know what the trend is all about. It's all about making corsets, like inbuilt corset of different styles and different speeds. By the end of this video, you will be able to take appropriate body measurements for making your inbuilt corset. You can equally call it a corset top because it usually ends at the upper hip. So it's either an inbuilt corset or your corset top. So to make your inbuilt corset, to make your corset top, so to say, you need your vertical measurements and your horizontal measurements. And here for vertical measurements, we have you need your shoulder to armhole line, you need your shoulder to bust point measurements, you need your shoulder to under bust point measurements, you need your shoulder to half length measurements, your shoulder to blouse length, or you can equally take your shoulder to hip line measurements. Then for horizontal measurements, we need our shoulder measurements, you need your across chest measurements, your round bust measurements, your round waist, your round hips or your round upper hips, or the round area of where your blouse length, your corset top is going to stop. You also need your cup height and also your cup width. Okay guys, having listed all of this, we're going to be picking it one after the other and dissect it so that we can actually understand better. Okay, so guys, I'm sorry, I'll have to be holding this on my hand because I don't have anybody here to help me hold this or to help me list out the measurements that we'll have written down on this list. So let's start with the vertical measurements. I'm going to be showing you. So this is an already built inbuilt corset dress. It's already built. The down part is not yet joined to the top, but it's already pinned the way it's going to be joined. And also the waist styling, the styling is already done. So I'm going to be using this to show you how to take your appropriate and accurate measurements for your inbuilt corset. So we're going to be starting with the shoulder to armhole line. So to get your accurate shoulder to armhole line measurements, you just have to divide your round bust by 6. Divide your round bust by 6, then add 1 inch to your answer, and that serves very well for your shoulder to armhole line measurements. Then shoulder to bust point, you measure like so. You measure like so from the nape of your neck. Look at where my tape is. You measure from the nape of your neck like so up to the place where your bust is or where your client's bust is. Please, as you're taking these measurements, be sure that use your eye gauge to know the appropriate place that your client's bust or where your bust is actually supposed to fall. Then next we'll have your shoulder to under bust. Still holding your tape and placing it at the nape of your neck. Measure. You make sure your tape run over your bust. It should not go like this, but your tape should rather go like this, up to where your under bust is. Make sure your bra wire or your bra foam is not actually deceiving you, making you think that you are getting your shoulder to under bust measurement right, whereas you're getting it wrongly. So please, if your client is wearing a bra that has wire under it, hold it very well, place your hand there very well so that you'll be sure. Because one of the mistakes that we usually make is if our client is wearing a bra that has an underwire in it, you place your tape here, then the tape will now go like this and it will now go beneath the bra wire instead of coming before the bra wire. And this kind of thing will now make you, after sewing the clothes for your clients, you see that the clothes will not fit perfectly well. So please, let's try to be avoiding this kind of errors. Then next we'll have the shoulder to half length. Shoulder to half length. So make sure you get your client's true waistline. This is very, very important. Make sure you get your client's true waistline, because it's actually on your true waistline that you can do your snatching or your waist cinching. If you don't get your true waistline very well, then be sure that your corset is not going to come out nicely. So make sure you get your client's true waistline and measure from the nape of your neck. Make sure your tape runs over your bust, and then make sure that you measure at your client's true waistline. If maybe you're not getting the person's true waistline, maybe looking at it, you're actually getting the seat, you can get a rope or you can get a spade tape and tie it across your waist, your client's waist, like so. So by doing so, it will help you to know, by looking at it, you will know where the true waistline falls. So that when you measure from your shoulder, you will stop right there and then get the measurements accurately. So next we'll have is your shoulder to blouse length. Okay, so from your shoulder, like so, still placing your tape at the nape of your neck, measure like so. Usually your corset top should actually stop 4 or 5 inches after your true waistline. Your corset top should stop 4 or 5 inches after your true waistline. Anything above that, like anything more than that, you are at the risk of being uncomfortable while putting on your corset, because it's a structured. If your corset length is actually longer than it should be, by the time you sit down, you see that as a result of the structure, it is actually going to be choking on your laps, making you to be uncomfortable, and sometimes the corset might even end up folding if you do not actually use the right technique to structure it. So mates, having done with the vertical measurement, let's go back to the horizontal measurements. So for your horizontal measurements, you have to measure your shoulder. You need your shoulder measurement, and to measure the shoulder measurement, I'm sure like if actually you want to make a corset dress, it means that you're no longer a beginner. You are headed to advanced, or you're already an advanced designer. So, but nevertheless, I'm going to show you how to take your shoulder measurement correctly. So you place your tape, starting from one end of the shoulder to the other one. Make sure that your tape runs above your neck this way to the other end. Please don't take your shoulder measurement like so. It is going to, like, the result is not going to be funny. If you usually take your shoulder measurement this way, it's not going to come out well. So please just measure like so. Place your tape from the beginning of one shoulder. Let it climb your neck like so. Then come over to this side. That is the right way to take your shoulder measurement for any dress that you want to make. So next is your across chest measurement. Well, I don't know how you've been working with your patterns. I don't know how you've been doing it, but for me, for every outfit that I make, I take my across chest measurement, because it actually helps me. It helps me when I want to trim my armhole. It helps me for my armhole trimming, and also it helps me to connect from my shoulder then to my bust measurements at my armhole line. So I usually get this, your across chest measurements. So you measure from the beginning of one armhole to the next. So make sure you place it appropriately, and you get your across chest measurement. Also, this across chest measurement is also very important if you are actually working with a yoke. Also, this across chest measurement is also very important if you are doing yoke tightening on your yoke, like you're manipulating your pattern and you're actually tightening your yoke. You need your accurate across chest measurement to make sure that you replace whatever is it that you're removing from your yoke to make it to, be well laid and all that. So next is your round bust. I believe we already know how to take our round bust measurement. Next will be our round waist, and sure, we also know how to take our round waist measurement. It should be on the true waistline, on your true waistline, like so, on your true waistline. make sure you get your true waistline. If you're having difficulty locating someone's true waistline, you should actually sorry, if you're having difficulty locating someone's true waistline, you should actually tie a rope or tie a spec tape on the person's waist so that you make sure that you get it very well. So next is your round hips or your round upper hips, and that should be the round part of the place that your corset length is going to stop. So, and that should be here. I told you it should not be more than 4 or 5 inches after your waistline. Like, do not measure more than 4 or 5 inches after your true waistline if you are coming down. Sorry. So how to get the round measurements? Usually, it is usually difficult to get it accurately. Like, if you are trying to get the correct place that your upper hip falls, it's usually difficult to get it accurately. So designers, what you have to do is, if you're drafting your pattern, draft your pattern up to your hip level. Draft your pattern up to your hip level. Make sure that your pattern stops at your hip level. Then insert your hip measurements at that your hip level. After which you will now measure from your true waistline on your pattern. Measure from your true waistline, come down by 4 or 5 inches or by whatever that you want to use for your corset length. Then you slash it up from there. Then by so doing, you've gotten the accurate measurement for your round upper hip for your corset top. That is just the right way to do it. There is no two ways about it. If you try to get it like this, like, you know, using your your eye gauge to get the place that is false, you might end up getting a wrong measurement. So in order to get it accurately, just do it that way, and you are sure that everything is going to come out well. The next we have here is cup height. So this measurement actually helps you to, let's say you want to use a bra cup for your corset, you want to use an already made bra cup. This measurement helps you to buy the bra cup that is going to serve you well. So it helps you to get a bra cup that, you know, even if it's not going to fit your client 100%, at least it's going to serve for you to use and make the corset for your client. So now to measure your cup height, so to measure your cup height, you start from your under bust, you place your tape like so from your under bust and measure to wherever, like to whatever measurement that is going to make your client comfortable. So this measurement actually depends on your client's preference, depending on how exposed or how closed up she wants her breast to be, her bust area to be. So you take the measurement on her body like so, and as you're taking the measurement, you'll be asking her, do you want your cup to extend to this point? Do you want it to be this close? Do you want it to be this open? So it actually depends on her. But then this particular measurement works well if you're going to build your cup yourself from scratch. If you're going to be building your cup yourself from scratch from your pattern, you'll be able to insert whatever preferred measurement that you want. You insert it into your pattern and create the cup yourself depending on how you want it to be. But then even though you want to use an already made bra cup, this measurement is also important, because by the time you take this particular measurement on your client's body and you're going to market to purchase an already made bra cup, having the measurements in mind and having your tape with you there at the market, you can actually place the measurements on top of the already made bra cup that you want to buy. It will help you determine the one and even the size to buy, other than just working with speculations and all that, or working with the numbers that is being written on the bra cup, because sometimes even the numbers, like it doesn't really serve well, it doesn't help you make the right decision. So taking these measurements actually helps you very well to avoid all these small errors. So next we have here is the cup width. You can equally call it the cup wideness. So for this measurement, you start from the middle of your client's chest, like so. Here, the middle of your client's chest, like so. You measure like so. Then let the tape run over her bust to the side of where her breast stops. Though not really to the side of where her breast stops, because sometimes if you try to measure till the place where her breast stops, you will end up creating a very big bra cup that might end up looking funny in the eyes. So when you measure from here, if she's putting on a bra, her bra can actually guide you. If your client is putting on a bra, or if you yourself, if you're putting on a bra, the bra can actually guide you to get the accurate measurement. So guys, that is it for taking your accurate measurement for making of an inbuilt corset. I'm sure you've learned something at the end of this class. So if you've really learned something or you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and share my video. I remain Phyllis Priska, your all-time fashion tutor. Thank you. Bye.